Good. Yeah. Today our topic is Virtual Private Network, VPN. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. So what is the requirement of VPN? And earlier if we in legacy network, if VPN is not there, which kind of issues we have faced there? We'll discuss brief about the VPN concept and what is the requirement for it. First, we'll discuss those things. It's your internet ISP and you can assume like it's internet. Okay. Internet service provider actually. So here we have the different branches and branch one you can assume and different location we have another branch. And these branches connected to each other with the help of ISP and here we have a LAN network and we have a different branch LAN network. And this LAN network is connected to multiple prefixes, multiple users. We have a multiple users at branch locations. We have a multiple users at branch location. They are connected like it's a LAN connection. So this LAN is connected to with the help of ISP. We can able to reach. The branch is available in Hyderabad, you can assume. And this is a branch is located at different country, you can use USA. So branch one with branch one and it's different location branch. So here what happened if VPN is not there, just now forget about the VPN. So if VPN is not there, if I want to communicate to a different location, so both are different geographical locations. So basically we'll use which IP addresses here at LAN location, definitely we'll use private IP addresses. Definitely will use private IP addresses. Class A, Class B, Class C. We have a different ranges IP addresses we have. For example, here I am using 192.168.10.0/24. This is a series I am using the private IP address range. And here I am using the different private. Here also I am using the private range only 192.168.20.0/24. So if I want to communicate two different locations, so I need internet. If internet is not there, I cannot able to reach, because if internet not there, my big company, okay, you can assume like ours is Geo. My company is Geo. So what I'll do directly with Geo also kind of ISP, you can assume. Directly what I will do, I will take as a service like I'll use like here directly from one location to another location. I will use my own cables connectivity between two different geographical locations also, because we are the big company that is Geo. If you can assume likewise, it's kind of leased line service. It's a leased line service. Understood? It is kind of leisure line service because we are having our own network. So I am using here our own network. That is the reason leisure line service. Leisure line means one location to another location. If it is you can assume Hyderabad to Bangalore, Hyderabad to a different location, Hyderabad to Vijayawada, Hyderabad to Vizag. We have a multiple locations. If nearest location, it is fine for it. But the geographical location, it is difficult. Its cost is very high, very cost. If I am pay see, if I should have to take submarines and sea everywhere, I should have to go through leased line service. It's a secure kind of thing. If I'm not using, or okay, I will go through direct internet. So here internet, they will use definitely which IP addresses? Public IP addresses. Public IP addresses. And private to public, it is owned routable. Again, we have a issue. If you are using the leased line, if you are having the big company, then okay. If you are not using the leased line service, definitely we have a option through internet only. We have to take from another services. If we are not the geo, so we have to take another ISP services. Otherwise, we cannot reach to another branch because our company is now small company. If big some company, big size of ISP companies, they can their own data, their own network they have, then they can use those companies. Otherwise, if I am having the billions company, then I'll use like uh, a big size of company, I'll use the leased line. Otherwise, I will go move through the ISP. So ISPs, they will use public IP addresses. Those are the class A, class B, class C. We have 10 series and 172 series and 192 series. So in the excluded of these, we have the all are the public IP addresses. Those we should have to buy from INA. Those concept everyone knows. So this private IP addresses not routable. This private IP address is actually not routable through over internet. So here we have to take public IP and public IP. Who will provide it? Public IP. INA will provide it. Public IPs, INA will provide it. Otherwise, internet service providers, they will provide to us. Okay, fine for it. Now, if you are using the public IP addresses, if you are not using any VPN services, so whenever the data is passing through internet, so anyone can attack it. So anyone can attack it, man in middle. So not only our service we are using, leased line is directly connected, it is fully secure service. Even though here more costly, but it is kind of very secure service because point to point connectivity in between, point to point, no one using here. So if we are using the ISP guys, they will provide to different. See, this is our company. You can assume like this is the ABC company, ABC company, and this is the XYZ company, XYZ company, and here they have one more branch, XYZ, XYZ, and one more company also is there. Other company you can assume they are providing, and one more organization also is there. They are providing because ISP guys, they are plan to earn money only. They'll provide to everyone service. That is the issue only because if someone can easily attack to our branch, our data, it will be happen to us. So we have a solution for it. So that is for VPN, virtual private network. So what it will be do? It will be route on public network, public to public network. It will be route. We'll use VPN. How it will be in between one branch to another branch, it is kind of underlay network. Reachability purpose we are using, it is kind of underlay. Here we'll use like one secure tunnel, it will be created. That is one kind of secure tunnel. How it will be established means one kind of secure tunnel over the internet. It is kind of tunnel. It is a tunnel. It's a tunnel over the internet. Whichever the data is there, in this tunnel only it will pass. And for reachability purpose, underlay it will be work. And we'll create the tunnels with the help of virtual private network. Here we have the multiple types of tunnelings concept either. Here we have. So with the help of tunnel, we can create one tunnel. In this tunnel, our data will be passed. Like in this tunnel. Like in this tunnel, whichever our information is there, I have originated some traffic. Whichever the traffic I have originated packets, it will be more like in this tunnel. Likewise, under the tunnel, it will be pass the information. So here we are saving our cost also. We are saving our cost also. If you are taking leased line service, it is more costly. But if you are taking here the service that is tunnel service, VPN service, though, so we are saving our cost with the help of virtual private network. We are creating here tunnels. Any doubts? Guys, what is a VPN concept? Have you understood or not? If you have any questions, ask me. Yeah, VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. VPN is a private network created over a public network for safe and secure communication. Yes, we have a LAN location which IPs will use basically free of cost. That is the private IP addresses. If I want to routable this IP addresses, so I need a public IP address. Public private IP addresses are not routable through internet. So definitely will use as a public IP only. So VPN, with the concept of VPN, with the help of VPN, it will be overlay over a public network for safe and secure communication will be happen with the help of VPN, and provides connection between two or more private networks over public networks. Yes, over public networks. If we have the multiple branches, like we have another branch also at another location. This is one more branch you can assume, and at different location, this branch having again LAN network. Yes, we can communicate with this is a LAN network, you can assume. Yes, we can over this private network we can communicate with the tunnels. It's a kind of tunnel. In this tunnel, it's a kind of pipe. In this tunnel, our traffic will be more with how, with the ISP only, public network. It is used tunnel to allow remote users to access organizations' private network. Yeah, we can access our private network to private network. We are accessing through over internet our private network to private network. We are accessing. So, and VPN uses network security protocols like IPSEC and IPSEC to provide privacy and data integrity. So here we have the multiple types of VPNs. I'll discuss those things. In that, security for IPSEC, Internet Protocol Security. And customers use VPNs primarily to reduce their operational cost. Yes, we are reducing our operational cost, because earlier if you are using the lazy lines, then it is much more cost effective service. So if you are using this share media with the help of internet, so you can reduce the cost and cost effective. And here we have a types of VPNs. So basically where we'll use, before the types of VPN, we have a two types of mainly we'll use. Mainly we have a two types of VPNs. site to site. First one is site to site VPN. And second one is here we have a remote site VPN. What does it mean? Site to site VPN. Site to site VPN means just now what we discussed. This is site location, site one, and you can assume, and this is a different site. This is a site to site VPN. Site to site VPN over the internet, over the public IP addresses we are using. That is site to site VPN. Again, one more is a remote site VPN. Okay, fine. Remote site VPN means you are working from home. If you are working from home, so you are connected directly, right? One small kind of router, and that router to your any router, and this router is connected to internet ISP, and that you have a router that is Wi-Fi router. You can assume this Wi-Fi router to directly your laptop. It's kind of your laptop. You're working. It's your laptop. So this ISP again public IP address only. It's kind of public IP address. This ISP is connected to your company's server, whichever XYZ company is there, that XYZ company server you can access. And here the one VPN software is available. That is the company will provide to us VPN softwares. That VPN service they are provide to us. They'll give the one link, otherwise they will give the IP addresses. Through that IP addresses, we'll install that software in our laptop, and will click whichever the link they provided, our organization. Through that link, we can access our company's server. We can work on that work from home. That is remote site VPN. It's a public IP only. We can access through our company's network. And site to site VPN, we have two types of VPNs. One is site to site VPN, and another one is remote site VPN. Site to site VPN means one point to another point, one branch to another branch. Guys, I'm audible perfectly, or some noise?
No, you are clear.
I'm clear. Okay, thank you for confirmation. Fine. This is the two types of major VPNs we have. Means VPN tunnels will create. And apart from that, for tunneling VPN technologies, we have multiple technologies we have here. One is just now we discussed IPSEC, and apart from that, we have a GRE tunnel, generic routing encapsulation. First one major is GRE, generic routing encapsulation, and second one you can believe, right? Assume like DM before that IPSEC VPN, GRE VPN, IPSEC VPN, and third one is DMVPN. And apart from that also, these are the layer 3 VPNs. We have a layer 2 VPNs also, like LAN. VLAN everyone knows, but VXLAN also we have, that is layer 2 VPN. And we have a LIPS VPN also, that is layer 2 VPN LIPS. These are those are the layer 2, but here we have the VXLAN mostly will use at data centers. And LIPS now for multicasting purpose they'll use. Major things are for site to site VPN and remote site VPN will use. This is the VPNs. These are the VPNs we'll discuss now. And we have another VPN also. MPLS L3 VPN also, MPLS service also we have. Port one, MPLS L3 VPN. Multi-protocol label switching. Multi-protocol label switching. Now we'll differentiate it now. What is GRE? Generic routing encapsulation. What is the use of it? Generic routing encapsulation. Basically, it is used to make communication possible between two different private networks. Yeah, it is also to communicate. What is generic routing encapsulation? And its drawbacks. It is used to make communication possible between two different private networks. And it is a Cisco proprietary. Again, it's a Cisco proprietary. Cisco devices will use, and it is used to when packets need to be sent from one network to another network over the internet. And it is unsecure protocol actually, and it is used to have a virtual point-to-point tunnel. I'll explain this virtual point-to-point network, and it is not to be encrypted method by default. And GRE tunnel is a match and easier to configure. Will configure it easier. And drawback, it works a point-to-point network type only, and we need static public IP at all the endpoints. There is no feature to perform encryption in GRE. Need to configure multiple tunnels manually. So what happened with GRE tunnel? So it's your branch 1 and branch 2. They are connected to point with the ISP. Branch 1 and branch 2 you can assume, and whenever we are creating this it will be available to only point to point only, one location to another location only. If you are it is you can assume like this is a hub location and this one is your spoke location. It's a kind of your spoke location. Spoke means branch location. This is the your data center, you can believe. This is the data center. Hub location means mostly data center, mostly data centers. And branch location is a branch location. So if I want to communicate another branch, so if we have a data center, one data center, we have a multiple branch. So we have to create multiple tunnels, point to point connectivity, P2P. We have to create multiple tunnels. How many branches we have? Branch 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to manually create multiple tunnels at GRA, and it is not secure also. Whenever the data is sending, whenever the this this branch wants to communicate over the internet with the help of tunnel, in this tunnel, whichever the information is passing, it will be not encrypted. Everyone can read it. If some hacker is there, attacker is there, he can read easily. So GR is not a secure by default, and it will be point to point only. How many branches we have, that many we have to create point to point networks. Hub to spoke, and if you want to create one more tunnel, if I want to communicate this branch to, you can assume like if I want to communicate this branch to this branch, then direct spoke to spoke not happen. It will be not work. If I want to communicate branch to persons, here we have a users, here we have a user, and PC here we have PC1, you can assume like PC2, If I want to communicate PC1 to PC2, its hub location is different location, geographical location, and this spoke is different geographical location. This spoke is different geographical location. If I want to speak likewise, then here tunnel will be not happen. No, not happen. This kind of tunnel. So how it will be possible? How it will be possible? Then I should have to first go through hub location, then hub location to he will send the traffic through likewise. Then reply also, first it will be go through hub location, then hub to spoke location. Likewise. Not it will be form the tunnel in between spoke to spoke. No, it will be not formed. Where in GRE, generic routing encapsulation. And it's a Cisco proprietary. Everyone understood the points? It is not encrypted the form. Whichever that sending the information, it will be plain text. Now move to the IPSEC, Internet Protocol Security. So here we have and one more thing, it will be work at dynamic protocols also. If you are using in between dynamic also, dynamic protocol, OSPF, EHRP, RIP protocols, it will be work. Which one? GRE. We have one good thing for it. It will be work dynamic also, but now move to this IPsec. This also point-to-point connectivity only. IPsec also same likewise. IPsec also same thing. It will be have the options. Apart from that, in this it will provide the security. Whichever the sending and receiving the information, it will be pass on through encrypted form. Encrypted form. But in GRE, it will be not form. The IPsec also point-to-point only. Again, we have to create manually point-to-point only. But here it will be work. The drawback is it will be work static routing and default routing. Not it will be not work dynamic. Dynamic it will be GRE only work, but this IPsec will not work. IPsec will not work dynamic. It will be not work dynamic protocols. It will be not work. So it will be work only at static protocols, and apart from that, default. Default means whenever the unknown destination we can reach to through that default routing. So this is a drawback for this, but it having the security. So what we have the option GRE over IPsec will run. GRE over IPsec. GRE over IPsec we will run. And so in this DMVPN, that privilege we have it DMVPN. So DM is dynamic multi-point. Dynamic multi-point. If it will be how it will be work basically DMVPN. Any doubts in IPsec? Yes or no? So DMVPN. So what it will be do? Dynamic multi-point virtual private network. So here we have the three phases again. In that phase one, it will work only GRE. Again, only hub to spoke location and not at spoke to spoke location. We cannot discuss only point to point connectivity in this DMVPN. DMVPN having three phases. In the phases, first phase one is like first phase. Phase one is Here we have the GRE only. Phase 1 GRE only, and this is the point to point only. Point to point. And DMVPN, we have a second phase, that is GRE over IPSEC. And here we have the we'll create the in this phase 2. In this phase 2, it will be communicate point to multi-point. Point to multi-point. Point to multi-point, it means point to multi-point. So we'll communicate it hub to spoke also and spoke to spoke also. Spoke to spoke also. Spoke to spoke also we can communicate, and hub to spoke also we can communicate. That is a privilege we have in this phase 2. And phase 3, and it's phase 2, I think it's not much more secure, but in phase 3 we have a secure. We have 3 phases. Likewise, a DMVPN and MPLS L3 VPN, it's a L3 we will here earlier we used like internet. Now here we'll use another MPLS. In this MPLS, we'll connect. In this MPLS we'll use. In this MPLS over, we are creating MPLS service. Who will provide it? The MPLS service mostly at ISPs. They will provide internet service providers. They will provide us to MPLS service, and whichever the data, whichever we are sending, it will be like labels. It will be sent like labels. L3 VPN, MPLS L3 VPN. Now, mostly we'll discuss in CCNA, not CCNA also, in CCNP level, GRE VPN and IPSEC VPN and DM VPN. We'll do these labs now. If you have any questions,